So what if I told you that the secret to massive success isn't really about grinding it out, but about falling in love with the work itself? In this explainer, we're going to dive into a philosophy that completely redefines what it means to be truly successful. And, it all starts with one really powerful idea.
Okay, let's jump right in with the core idea here. True passion makes hard work feel, well, effortless. It's not about trying to avoid the grind. It's about being so in love with what you do that the grind itself actually becomes a joy.
So, how do we actually apply this? Well, it all comes down to a really fundamental choice, one that pretty much defines your entire professional life. Are you working with love, or are you just a laborer?
I mean, just look at the difference in energy here. It's night and day, right? The laborer is totally drained, just watching that clock waiting for the day to be over. But the passionate creator, they're energized by what they do. For them, working late isn't a chore at all. It's an opportunity. The work itself literally becomes their fuel.
This is a tough question, for sure, but it's a really necessary one. If your work consistently leaves you feeling drained and exhausted, are you just a laborer? It could be a sign that you just haven't found your true passion, at least not yet.
Okay, so if the goal isn't to avoid hard work, then what's the real reward for all this passion? The answer is something much deeper than you might expect.
And this is where it gets really interesting. See, we're all taught to chase the promotion, the bigger paycheck, the corner office. But this whole philosophy says that's basically a trap. The thrill you get from those achievements, it's temporary. It's kind of like a sugar rush that just fades away really fast. So the crucial point here is that lasting, truly permanent joy, it comes from the memory of the journey, not from just arriving at the destination. It's remembering the effort, the obstacles you had to overcome. That's what becomes a deep, unshakable source of happiness. And this is illustrated brilliantly with this powerful story. Just imagine a man who walks for 10 years, right? Enduring hardship every single day. Then, in the 11th year, he finally buys his own car. But on that very first drive, he stops the car, gets out, and starts walking on that same exact road. And this is what he says to the road. The joy isn't just about owning the car. It's that profound satisfaction of looking back at the struggle and declaring victory over it. That memory, that feeling of overcoming, that is the real reward. So how do you actually build this kind of mindset, this ability to find joy in the struggle? What are the core components, the DNA of this kind of obsessive success? Well, our source inherited 3 core principles. First up, hard work, with the understanding that respect is earned by the quality of what you do. Second, a really profound sense of honesty. And third, faith, a belief in something greater for those moments when you just hit a wall. This idea of radical honesty is so powerful. It's not just about not lying. It's about being 100% present in everything you do. Think about it. When you're in a meeting, are you really listening, or is your mind on your to-do list? When you're working on a project, are you all in, or just kind of going through the motions? That total commitment, that's the essence of this kind of honesty. And this idea of total presence, it creates a ripple effect. The state of your room, the way you treat a waiter, the small promises you keep, they all reflect your internal state. You just can't fake it. And trying to justify your weaknesses with logic, that's just a way of avoiding the real work you need to do. So what's the ultimate goal of all this passion, this joy in the struggle, and this radical honesty? I mean, where does it all lead? This elevates the entire purpose beyond just personal gain. You can be super wealthy and still have zero respect. True, lasting respect, the source argues, comes from creating value for other people, from serving the people around you. And that leads us to this final, powerful call to action. It's a challenge to shift your identity, right? From being a passive spectator in life to becoming the main event. Stop being just another person in the crowd and start being the reason the crowd gathers in the first place. And that's really the ultimate question this philosophy leaves us with. It's not just about success. It's about significance. Will you consume or will you create? Will you be a follower in the audience or a leader up on the stage? The choice, ultimately, is yours.